What is this? What other station?
Can't see my smile.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 SNC graduation exercise. I am Walter Luther. I'm going to be your MC alongside Ms. Patricia Mitchell, my co-MC, and we are getting ready to begin. So, I'll ask you to stand for the entry of the Governor General to Neville Cenac. Please remain standing as we play the national anthem. I ask that everybody take a seat and prepare for the entry of the graduating class of 2020. Our graduating class consists of 121 students this year. All among us today are some have already traveled within the college of further education.
confidence enough to face the difficulties that are still ahead. Lord God, continue to bestow your Spirit upon us, assisted by the friends of your Mother and our patroness. May we not abandon the Christian principles we have been taught, but rather live and apply them in the ever-changing world around us. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much. I will now invite the choir to come to the stage. I will also ask that everybody can come to the seat while we wait for the choir.
Gotta keep my head held high. Always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you.
As we go on, we remember all the times we
had together.
and as our lives change, so whatever.
The drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back, memories bring back. I got my ticket for the long way round, two bottle whiskey for the wave, and I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire, brighter than the sun. Tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire, brighter than the sun.
I got my ticket for the long way round. Oh, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, and it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire, brighter than the sun. Tonight.
Sorry about that. Such a beautiful rendition. Let's just give one more round of applause to our school choir. That was very well done. I always like to see the young men singing so beautifully. Yeah? Just a few reminders before we get into this ceremony, and I'd like you all to pay attention to this. We need to be aware of the COVID-19 protocol, which is still in effect, of course, for this ceremony. Few things you should remember. While seated, make sure you have your mask on and observe the 3 feet sitting space. Please remain in your seat, which you have chosen, as this will aid with contact tracing should the need ever arise. A tent is on the tennis court, and that is assigned for a mass break. You again feel free to use it if you so require. The tent is on the tennis court. In the event that you do not feel well, there is a nurse present, please seek attention. Also, let us make sure that we practice social distancing as best as possible. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
I now invite Alandre Cross to the stage. Alandre Cross is the Deputy Prefect for this graduating class. Let us please welcome him. He will deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. His Excellency, Governor General Sir Neville Cenac, His Grace Archbishop Robert Rivers, School Chaplain Father Cleophas Joseph, Chief Education Office Dr. Fiona Mayer, District Education Office Ms. Martha Foster, Permanent Secretary of the Department of Youth Development and Sports, Parliamentary Representative for North Castries Honorable Stevenson King, Chairman of the Board of Management of St. Mary's College, Mr. Anthony Bousquet, President of the Parent-Teacher Association of St. Mary's College, Dr. Xanth Dubizor, Mr. Roran Sion, Past Principal, Mrs. Alison Jha of the Botham Jha Foundation, Mrs. Priska Aristide Delis, Past Parent, Mrs. Elizabeth Carrington, Past Homeroom Teacher, Mr. Don Howell, Principal, Mr. Nereus Ogis, Vice Principal, and other invited guests, parents, teachers, staff, and other well-wishers, good afternoon and welcome to this, our 37th graduation ceremony. I feel truly humbled and privileged to stand here today to deliver these opening remarks. Looking back at the 5 years of legacy we've made together, I am reminded by a quote by Nelson Mandela. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is the difference we made on the life of others that will determine the lives we live. The difference we make on the lives of our families, our friends, strangers we meet, define who we are. So let's continue to make that difference, impactful and positive, making this world a better place for you and for me. Today is a day of prodigious celebration. We acknowledge the end of a chapter in our lives, but also looking towards something new. Today we look back momentarily on the unforgettable memories we made together, the time we spent cracking jokes in our free periods, the victories along the way, the failures that taught us the life lessons we know today, and the bonds, the lifelong bonds that would leave indelible marks on our hearts. Let's not forget these moments because they made us who we are today. And I would like to think we are good people with a bright future ahead of us, right? Right? Graduation ceremonies are a time for both celebrating success and thanking those who helped us along the way. As graduates, we must acknowledge and thank those who have helped us accomplish this milestone in our academic journey. To our parents, teachers, and friends, thank you. Thank you for holding our hands, for being our motivators and counselors when our confidence seemed to wane. Thank you for even reprimanding or grounding us in our moments of insolence, but most of all, thank you for never giving up on us. Because of you, we are. I hope that this graduating class will consider this the first step to achieving a greater success in the future. Once again, a warm welcome to you all, and I pray that you enjoy this time with us this afternoon. Graduates, we are the spark, and the diploma we receive today are the fireworks. It's time for a light show. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Alandre Cross.
I will now invite Mr. Don Howell, our school principal, to the stage to deliver his principal's address.
Your Excellency, Governor General, Sir Neville Cenac, our district representative and parliamentary representative for Castries North, the Honorable Stevenson King, Chief Education Officer, Dr. Fiona Meyer, District Education Officer, Ms. Martha Foster, Chairman of the Board of Management of St. Mary's College, Mr. Anthony Busque, President of the Parent-Teacher Association, Dr. Zenf Dubizo, our chaplain, Father Cleophas Joseph, Vice Principal, Mr. Nereus Ogis, Chairperson of the Bertram Foundation, Mrs. Alison Jha, all other specially invited guests, parents of our graduating class of 2020, and to you, gentlemen, I bid everyone good afternoon. Good afternoon. Gentlemen, this is your moment. The graduating class of 2020. Give yourselves a round of applause. You've made it thus far. And this afternoon, we are going to celebrate you. We're going to celebrate your successes. And we're going to recognize you during this ceremony. On March 30th, 2020, St. Mary's College celebrated 130 years since it opened its doors to educate young men in St. Lucia. As a school, we celebrate this milestone with pride and admiration for the work and significant contribution that St. Mary's College made to human development. This school has produced men who have made and who continue to make contributions to the advancement of every profession and to revolutionize our society. I stand here today with a spirit of gratitude to those who held the mantle of leadership before me and laid the foundation so that we can today celebrate 130 years of existence. Therefore, as we celebrate, I thank God for one, the Catholic Church and the FMI community, in particular, Father Louis Tapor, on laying the cornerstone from which emanated this great and noble institution, St. Mary's College. The Catholic Church began the process of education in St. Lucia. Madam Chief many years before there was even a Ministry of Education. I recognize all our past principals. Firstly, those who have passed and gone to meet our Maker. And I remember most recently, Dr. Charles and Mr. Michael Mondesi. I also remember the staff of the school who work alongside them. I also pay tribute to the Presentation Brothers, who played a significant role in shaping the school. At this point, I pay tribute to the contributions of our past principals who are here with us, both in this room and in this world. Deacon Gerard Glass, who was acting principal for 1 year. Father Linus Clovis, and right here in this room, Mr. Rohan Sion. I say thanks as well to the many staff who work alongside those principals to ensure the success of the school. The College Boy experience is a unique experience. It is a world-class experience. There is no other institution that caters specifically for the development of adolescent males and prepares them for the world in the manner that we do at St. Mary's College. No other. First of all, they are groomed at the Nobel Laureate School. The morals, ethics, and character building instruction, together with the push for innovation and academic excellence, make Samarians stand out from the rest. The networks that are created and the camaraderie that is established will live with you gentlemen for a lifetime. After 130 years, St. Mary's College continues to shape young men for the world. Though the academic year 2019-2020 was impacted by COVID-19, I still deem the year as a successful year. In my view, COVID-19 has provided a unique opportunity which brought many struggles, but it also gave us an opportunity for institutional growth. During the year, we paid particular attention to harnessing the innovative skills of our students and teachers. Prior to the COVID-19 shutdown, plans were in place to host an open day to feature some of the work of our students in the arts, sciences, and social sciences. God willing, we will be able to feature this activity on our calendar for the next academic year. The school is well known for promoting the arts. Our students got an opportunity to showcase their talents while simultaneously paying tribute to our Nobel laureates at Literary Night. The showcase added the required flavor to the Nobel Laureate Festival. We were able to celebrate our feast day in its traditional sense. I thank Monsignor Patrick Anthony for celebrating the day with us. Our students were able to enjoy the feast as they too were treated after the service. We also engage in community outreach, bringing gifts to the poor and elderly, making some school visits. Our prefects were installed, and I wish to thank our prefects from the class of 2020 for their leadership and commitment to the management of the school. Let us give our school prefects a round of applause. We have an active student council, and I recognize our past president, Mr. Daniel Ali Shillingford, who is a student of our graduating class of 2020. Give Mr. Shillingford a hand of applause for his service to the council. The Board of Management, under the chairmanship of Mr. Anthony Buski, has been supportive and provided significant guidance for the functioning of the school. Although COVID-19 has slowed down the process, the board is expected to complete the new strategic plan for SMC in short order. Join me in saying thank you to the Board of Management. The Parent-Teacher Association is now very active at St. Mary's College. Under the presidency of Dr. Zem Dubizo, the PTA has been able to engage in fundraising efforts for the school. The PTA has been a source of support for the school, working collaboratively with the school administration. And I thank you, Dr. Dubizo, and your executive for that support. Let us give our PTA a round of applause, please. I also thank our alumni, our old boys, who continue to contribute to the efforts of the school. And I know some of you are viewing this ceremony online, and you can stay at home and give yourselves a round of applause. Old boys. Let's give our old boys a round of applause, please. The school continues to have an active sports program. Our students benefit from training and the development of skills in every sport and discipline. This academic year, I witnessed leadership and true sportsmanship from the class of 2020. Our sporting year and athletics meet will be recorded as one of the most competitive and spirited in our recent history. Your Excellency, I know and I'm sure that you would be happy to note that Tapo House is the 2020 sporting champions of SMC. If there are any Tapo House people in the house, we want to hear you. Thank you, Tapo. The last time Tapo won was many years ago. And I believe they will continue to win for many years to come. Well, left to the other houses, we'll see about that. Our class of 2020 is a special group. They are a group of students who kept the school active. Guys, when you're gone, I will miss you. I will miss you guys. The class of 2020 demonstrated resilience, strength, and leadership. Those gentlemen possess the Sumerian spirit and character in its true sense. I am proud of you. I forgive you for the times that you gave a little trouble. All right? I forgive you. But most of the time, you were good. Right, Hakim? Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very well done. I am proud of you, gentlemen, for the manner in which you were able to navigate through the struggles of COVID-19. Coming to school towards the end and enduring the stress of exams way into August. And from what I saw, from the reports that were given to me, you were a fantastic group of Form 5 students to invigilate, according to the reports from the invigilators. I am happy that we are able to have this graduation ceremony to celebrate you. For that, I thank the Ministry of Education through the Office of the DEO and the Chief Education Officer for the support that they gave to this school for this activity. I thank the Ministry of Health. I also thank the Royal St. Lucia Police Force for all of their assistance. Let's give them a round of applause, gentlemen. I also want to thank our parents for all of your support. All the support that you gave to your sons. All of the support that you gave to the school. I want to thank you, parents, for being patient, for being cooperative, for being kind. Gentlemen, let us in a special way say thank you to our parents with a round of applause. Along the journey to this day, the staff of St. Mary's College walked side by side with those gentlemen. The administrative staff, the auxiliary staff, the academic staff. And in particular, our Form 5 homeroom teachers. I want to mention that those teachers volunteered their vacation period to work towards ensuring that one, those gentlemen were prepared for their exams, and two, to ensure that today we can have a graduation ceremony. Gentlemen, let us say a big thank you to the staff of St. Mary's College. And Madam Chief, I may get a reprimand letter afterwards, but I will tell you, I will spare no effort in forwarding the time of letters to your office through the district office, if it is so necessary. Thank you very much, Chief. And let's give the Chief a round of applause for that. Gentlemen, one final bit of advice from me. Always have a spirit of gratitude. Always have a spirit of gratitude. Always remember to say thank you. It will get you very far in life. I pray for your success in life. I pray that you will carry with you the values that you have learned here at St. Mary's College. I pray that you will continue to strive for excellence. Gentlemen, I wish you all the best. I wish you God's blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, especially our class of 2020, I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Howell, for your inspiring words. I now invite to the stage Ms. Crystal Lee, School's Counselor, to introduce our guest speaker.
Your Excellency, Sir Neville Cenac, please allow me to observe and adopt the protocol that has already been established. Good afternoon, everyone. Our guest speaker for today's proceedings is a Sumerian and an old boy, as we would say. But he is not so old, as he was part of St. Mary's College graduating class of 2013. While at St. Mary's, he was very involved in school life and community. He was president of the pair counselors and head prefect. He was an avid tennis player, and on graduating from St. Mary's College, he was awarded the Spirit of St. Mary's Award. After St. Mary's College, he attended Sir Arthur Lewis Community College and successfully graduated in 2015. Most recently, he attended the esteemed Howard University, where he graduated in 2020 with a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Finance with a concentration in entrepreneurship. This young man did St. Mary's College and St. Lucia proud by graduating at the top of his class and holding the highest honor of being valedictorian. He currently has accepted into Harvard, where he will pursue an MBA program in 2022. Holding true to our school's motto, the top is reached by striving. Our guest today, having gone through the challenges of getting into university in the United States of America, to this day tries his best to educate students coming up after him about what they should know to overcome obstacles and be ready to enter and survive the arena of overseas studies. He has returned to St. Mary's College to do presentations to his fellow Sumerians on preparing to study overseas. He is the founder and creator of Foreign Affairs YouTube channel. The videos, which would have been placed as helpful content in your Google Classrooms during the quarantine time this year, would have helped you link him, like him, and follow him. He currently resides in New York City and works as an investment banker on the technology team at JP Morgan Chase and Company, which is a leading global financial service firm and one of the largest banking institutions in the United States, with operations worldwide. Unfortunately, our guest speaker couldn't be physically here with us today, but fitting for this very unusual year, 2020, where we all had to exist and function for the major part online, his address will be virtual. Please pay attention to the screen and help me welcome Mr. Dylan Paul.
Governor General Sir Neville Cenac, His Grace Archbishop Robert Rivers, School's Chaplain Father Cleophas Joseph, Minister of Education, Innovation, Gender Relation and Sustainable Development, Dr. Gail Rigobert, Permanent Secretary, Department of Education, Innovation and Gender Relations, Ms. Michelle Charles, Chief Education Officer, Dr. Fiona Mayer, Principal of St. Mary's College, Don Howell, other specially invited guests, parents, teachers, and of course graduates, a special good afternoon to you all. It brings me great joy to be this year's feature address for the St. Mary's College class of 2020. Despite not being able to be there in person as I would have liked, I will try my best to create an experience that you guys will enjoy. Firstly, I'd like to start by addressing these unprecedented times that we live in today. 2020 has definitely been and will forever be a year to remember. I have no doubt that the last few months of the school year will probably be the hardest that you guys have ever faced. Who would have thought that we would be forced to quarantine ourselves on a daily basis just to survive? But despite that, you all have made it and have come out successful and should be extremely proud of yourselves.
Hey, we made it. We made it. Hey.
However, this is not the end, but rather just the beginning. Although I am still relatively young, I have learned a lot along the way through life and would like to let you guys in on 3 pillars that I have built my life on and can help you build yours. The first pillar is to forge your own path. Growing up, I had always had big dreams. I never truly knew where I wanted to be or who I wanted to be, but I always knew that I wanted to achieve greatness. During my time at St. Mary's College, I studied all science and all business because I was very confused about my career path. After St. Mary's, I attended the South Louis Community College, where I decided to pursue pure maths, accounting, and economics. And trust me, it was tough. But it was at that point that I realized my love for finance and business had begun to develop. I had a newfound direction, but no way of knowing how I would get there. I kept looking to the right and looking to my left, and I saw that my friends were so sure of what they wanted to do and had already made plans to achieve it, but I was still so confused. What were they doing that I wasn't? Was I doing something wrong? And was I going to be successful? These were all questions that constantly kept floating throughout my mind on a daily basis. After graduating from the South Louis Community College, I began putting a plan in place. I knew then that I wanted to study in the US and I wanted to pursue finance and someday start my own business. I spent a gap year working at Flow, where I was able to save up some money and eventually applied and got into Howard University. Once I got to Howard, I worked incredibly hard and was able to figure out my own path. Now working as an investment banker, I have not achieved my long-term goal of starting my own business, but I have no doubt that someday I will. I say this story because I started off confused and I started off lost. I thought that I was doing something wrong, which is a feeling that I believe a lot of people in this room share. But it took me a while to realize that I should have been focused on my own path. The path that you take through life is yours and yours alone. No matter how long it takes you to get there or what direction you go in, ensure that you remember that it is yours and yours alone. Forget about what your friends are doing or what they have done, and forget about what your parents want you to do or what you think society wants you to do. Focus on developing your own path, because at the end of the day, the only person who is going to live your life is you. It is okay to be lost and it is okay to be unsure. As long as you trust in yourself to forge a path that you and you alone want, there is no doubt that success will come to you. The next pillar is persistence through adversity. It is one thing to begin forging your own path, but it's another thing to remain on that path. If no one else has told you guys this yet, I would. Life is tough. COVID-19 has shown us that despite how far we plan ahead and how accurate we think our plan is, anything can come in and shake things up. From a natural disaster to a death of a family or friend, or simply just failing an exam, can all come as a major setback in life. Acknowledging and accepting that these things can occur is the first step to remaining on your path. Once you've acknowledged the possibility of something unexpected, the next and most important thing is how you react to it. Your reaction after a setback is what sets truly successful people apart from failures. The path that you take will indeed be a long one. It is those setbacks that you face that will determine who you become. I have no doubt that those 5 years at St. Mary's College went by way faster than you guys expected. The person that you were in Form 1 is vastly different from the person that you are today. And that's because you all experienced some type of setback and learned from it. Trust me, I know.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
It is okay to fail. It is okay to face setbacks. But it's not okay to give up. If you've set a goal for yourself, remain focused and also remain patient as you strive to achieve it. Now more than ever, it is important to be adaptable as you navigate through life, because setbacks are always going to be there. If it's one thing that we Sumerians know, it is that the top is reached by striving. The third pillar is to remember that you can't achieve it alone. Anyone who achieves success knows that it is virtually impossible to do so alone. So many people have had a hand in my success, and I'm truly grateful for that. Firstly, I thank God. God has been a guiding hand throughout my life, and without Him, I would not be where I am today. Secondly, my parents. My parents did everything in their power to help me achieve my goals, as yours did for you. And for that, I would like everyone in the room to give all the parents a round of applause. Without their sacrifices and their belief in you, you would not be where you are today. Next are the teachers and educators. St. Mary's College is an institution that truly built the foundation of my success. These teachers I spent 5 years of my life with provided me with the necessary tools that I needed to get through life, as I am sure they did for you. Their hard work and determination helped to mold us into true Sumerians. Most importantly, I would like to give a special thanks and big up to Mr. Sion, who will forever be a true legend. He saw things in us that no one else did, and truly believed that our potential was unlimited. If someone wanted to do 50 subjects, he probably would have said yes without hesitation. With that, we should be thankful for every single educator and teacher in this room. Lastly, your friends, or should I say brothers. No one truly understands the bond that is built between every Sumerian. The experiences that we faced together created such a strong bond that it lasts a lifetime. All the time spent kicking on each other, pacing class, talking about convent girls, and playing some type of sport, whether that be football, basketball, or cricket, helped develop a bond like no other. Events such as Journée Creole, Teachers Week, sports meets were all unforgettable. Also, let's not forget the fact that SMC boys like to fit. And once we reach, whole place shell down.
When we touch down, the whole place shell down. When we touch down, the whole place shell down.
All these experiences strengthen the brotherhood. Every Sumerian knows that by the time you graduate, you would have left with a brand new nickname which carries on for life. A nickname that is often crazy and originates from some unique and funny story that only you and your friends can explain. Mine was Pelican and Dill Pill, which people still sometimes call me to this day. The best friends that I made at SMC are still the best friends that I have today, or rather my brothers. These brothers will support you through life and help ensure that you achieve your goals and success. To this day, we Sumerians step together and we Sumerians play the game. As I come to the end of my speech, I would like each and every one of you to know that you are capable of greatness. There is no dream that is too big and no goal that is unattainable. If your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. The only thing that stands between you and success is up here. Dream big, my brothers, and never give up. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello class of 2020. If I had one piece of advice to give you all, it would be to leave no stone unturned. You want to look back at your life and say that I did everything possible in my powers to achieve the goals that I set out for myself. So my advice to you is to give it your all and to leave no stone unturned.
And my advice to this year's graduates would be to always plan ahead, set short-term and long-term goals for yourself, determine what they would require from you, and then couple that with discipline in the pursuit of those goals, and success is bound to follow.
Hey boys, completing secondary school is just one of the first out of many successes. One important piece of advice is that each success opens a new door of opportunity, and I urge you all to greet each opportunity with the same level of excitement you had on your first day of school at SMC.
Hello young leaders, young entrepreneurs and young professionals. As you venture into the world before you, find a purpose that gives you passion. Create a life for yourself that drives you, that motivates you to optimize your potential, and that makes you want to put your best foot forward. Do it because you love it.
Hello class of 2020. I want to congratulate you on this major milestone in your life. One piece of advice I would like to give all of you is to always help and support each other. It goes a long way. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Step together, play the game.
I know this is a hard time to be graduating, and there's only one way we can get through, which is together. I urge you to be supportive of your friends and listen if they ever come to you with a burden that's too big to bear alone. Again, congrats, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Class of 2020, my advice to you would be go out there and just show the world what you can do. Especially for those watching right now also on the creative side, whether you may be an artist, a dancer, a photographer, videographer, always post your work because there's always someone watching and you never know where it may take you.
Good afternoon, young men, and God bless you all. My name is Kieron Stanislas, and my advice to you is chase your purpose, be all about your purpose, dedicate your blood, sweat, and tears to your purpose, and success will be inevitable. I leave you with this piece of wisdom. The world will only stand aside and let pass a man who knows where he's going.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, SMC, class of 2020.
I really love that presentation. That was a really powerful message. A round of applause again for all those past students who gave that message. Well done. We now come to the presentation of certificates to the graduating students. The distribution will be done by the homeroom teachers, so I'll start by asking the students of 5R12 to stand. We have the homeroom teacher, Mr. Nixon James, to give out the graduation certificates. Solomon Albert. Khalil Alphonse. Jade Antoine. Miguel Shallery. Jago Sheriki. Jason Clark. Jared Desir. Ethan Devo. Wendell Dupre. Emmanuel. Alexander Jabatis. Okay, I know everybody wants the picture. Let's go ahead. Samuel Kodra. Matthew Paris. Aidan Theobals. And Safani Viji. Thank you, Mr. James. We now invite 5R12 to sit down. We now move on to 5R15, and we have the homeroom teacher, Mrs. Nadia Joseph Bisset. 5R15 students, you can stand. Sanjay Bartholomew. Sergio Brown. Tarek Charles. LeSean Edwin. Devin Felix. Ansem Gittins. Kruma Herel. Callum James. Luther Joseph. Yana Joseph. Charik Justin. Richard King. Craig Lampkin. Joanil Matthias. Shomari Nove. Jason Pamphil. Zane Paul. Kemuel Pelage. Brandon Filjans. Tarek Preville. Tijani Raymond. Caleb St. Martin. Kiandi Senval. Danielle Thomas. And Eddie Valsin. Thank you, Mrs. Joseph Bissett. I'll now invite 5R15 to sit down and invite 5R16 to stand.
I invite Mrs. Shona Ephraim Dennis to the stage.